In this video, we further learn more about NFTs by actually answering some of the questions that you asked in the comments. Now, I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube about NFTs, as NFTs is kind of exploding right now. But I think there's real value in just taking questions from the audience, bro, and just trying to answer those. And I'm gonna do that video style today. So let's jump right in. All right, so the first question. Imperial Vision said, did it sell and how long did it take for it to be sold? Now, what he's referring to is an NFT that I made in a previous video about creating NFTs and selling NFTs. At the time, I knew maybe, compared to what I know now, maybe 30% about NFTs. And so I was still under the impression that, hey, if the art's cool enough, somebody's gonna buy it because that's how it all works. But I could not have been more wrong. So to answer that question, no, it did not sell, but I am on a mission and I'm gonna document as far as how I'm gonna try to create that hype, create that buzz, you know what I'm saying, and try to get one to sell. All right, Christopher Singer said, thank you for this video. I just learned how to create NFTs as well. I believe the key is how to make your NFT valuable. Can you give some insight on this? All right, now I kind of structured those two questions back to back because they kind of go hand in hand, right? At the beginning, I thought, and a lot of people thought, that NFTs were just images or videos or whatever, but that's not the case. When you're buying NFTs, there's either a play to earn game that you're entering in, a community with different types of perks. So to answer your question as far as how to make an NFT valuable, it all depends on what value you have to offer, right? So for example, can you sort of theme it around a community that already is buzzing, like Corgis, or I covered an NFT project on Solana about inner dogs that kind of just sort of answers that question in the way that I'm trying to, because ultimately making an NFT valuable is all up to the value that you have to give. So if in a community like that, if you can offer some merch, right? And then this is just surface level stuff. Of course, for the steep price of most NFTs, you're gonna have to come with something better than that. But as far as just adding value to an NFT, that's how you would do it. So as far as making an NFT valuable, maybe, you of course have to create a community, right? Because any NFT's value is 100% dependent on the value of the community and how the community perceives it. Just like Fortnite skins, right? Most of our kids or younger brothers or whatever the case may be think buying a skin is worth $10, $20, and to us it's like, bro, what are you doing? But at the same time, within that world, it has value. So the answer to that is create a community, give some sort of value, whatever value you can provide, whether it's giving money back to the community or whatever the case may be. There's ways to give value to your NFT project. All right, Apollo Mayaimi. So NFTs are only for graphic designers and artists. No, not just for graphic designers and artists. From what I've seen by working with different NFT projects and companies, it's usually comprised of a team of people. You got somebody to market it, right? You got to build the hype. You got to build the demand. Then you've got maybe the face of it, right? You got to have somebody who like Joe Knows, right? Joe Knows YouTube. He's part of a NFT like animated series NFT project, and he's the face because he has a proven track record of, YouTube success and knowing how to market videos and things like that. So you got him, and then usually you need a graphic designer. But to say that NFTs are only for graphic designers and artists, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So the average person could pay somebody on Fiverr to go draw them up a base character for NFTs, get the layers going, and with no graphic design experience or whatever. So no, NFTs are not only for graphic designers and artists. Alls L Valp says, I have a question. What does it mean when he can't post his NFT art for sale? Does it mean that he has to pay something first before he can list his NFT for sale? All right, so he's referring to another episode that I did where I kind of learned that minting on the Ethereum blockchain costs a lot. And at the time I was trying to do it, it was like, see, when you're trying to mint on the blockchain or whatever, it used to depend on what time, right? Like when the blockchain was busy, gas fees were higher. When it was not busy, gas fees were lower, right? So I wasn't able to actually list it for sale because I wasn't able to mint it because the gas fees were too high. I did find a workaround on that, which I made a video about, but long story short, I minted it on Polygon blockchain, all right? And if you want to learn more about that, I have another video highlighting that. What the Flush asks, Thanks for explaining. I get it now. However, I still think NFTs are a joke, so I will stick with my original feelings. Great if you are into art or music. I mean, first off, what the flush? I'll, number one, respect your wishes, respect how you feel. I don't think it's a joke, but it's great if you're into art, it is, or music, it is, right? Although I'm gonna keep it real with you and tell you that I'm not 100% just confident in the music NFT wave like that. I'm personally not. But however, it doesn't mean that it's, you know, it's not just for people who like music or art, because you know there's people who are solely in it to make a dollar and flip these NFTs and could care less about the roadmap, could care less about the artwork itself, could care less about any of the perks. They just want to get in and flip it. So no, it's not for just if you're into art and music. And as far as it being a joke, I mean, I bet everybody who said Bitcoin was a joke is laughing at us right now. All right, Apply Pressure asks, what's up fellas? Quick question. When I create an NFT, then try to sell it, it hits me with a minor fee. Do I have to pay this, or can I customize the fee to your liking? So basically, we talked about that one in a previous question, but I put this on here because the second part of this question, right? We already talked about how gas fees work and everything like that when you're trying to sell an NFT. But he says, do I have to pay this, and or can I customize the fee to your liking? No, you can't customize the fee to your liking because it's all dependent on how busy the blockchain is. Number two, on OpenSea, you only have to pay the initial fee one time, and then you won't have to pay unless it actually sells. So that's how that works on OpenSea. 98 Records said, so if you do digital designs with Photoshop, you can work with NFTs. Kind of new to NFTs, but I got years of experience in graphic designing. 98 Records, yes. You can use Photoshop. If you can use Photoshop, you can work with NFTs, but I don't want you to make the same mistake as I did and think that it's as easy as just making one. And because I'm an artist and my artwork is good in my opinion, then someone should just buy it. No, it's a lot more than that. NFTs usually have utility, all right? So I just want to prepare you for that, my boy, because man, my feelings were hurt when that Drizzy did not. Rather Not Disclose says, I figure skins aren't NFTs because thousands of people can have the same one. Well, skins aren't technically NFTs, but as far as the concept, especially when you hear somebody like me or Gary Vee or whoever you're watching explain it that way, it's more about the concept of something digital having value within another world, right? That's the whole concept and idea of an NFT. So that's why it's called an NFT. But by technical definition, you are correct, because it definitely is, each one is usually unique. Like there's not two of the same NFT, and there shouldn't be. So yeah, you're right, and rather not disclose, but that's the reason why it's explained that way, because the concept is pretty much the same, especially for somebody who thinks it's just an image, you know what I mean? IDK Leo, what if I just take a screenshot? Okay, this is what I want you to do, IDK Leo. I want you to take a screenshot of $1, right? Now, go print that dollar on a sheet of paper or whatever, and then I want you to go try to spend that dollar. I'm joking, because I would never advise you to do anything illegal, but that kind of proves my point. Just because you screenshot an image or something like that doesn't mean you own it. You just own a digital copy. You own a copy. Just like, you know, if you ever seen a knockoff jerseys or shoes or knockoff anything, you own a replica, a copy, a fake, not the actual, right? So if you just screenshot it, then you'll have a fake version. I'm not even gonna use the Mona Lisa example anymore. So this is what we're gonna do, because we're gonna do this every single week. I need y'all to drop y'all questions in the comments, right? And then boom, I'm gonna come back next week and answer them this same style, man. I hope y'all like this video. I got another video where I'm talking about how to actually create NFTs step by step with no code. If you want to watch that video or any of my other videos, meet me over in those videos. Love y'all, man. Let's get it.